Okay, hello folks, we are live. Hi. Man, I'm tired today. A good workout. Hmm. Here's what we're gonna do. Uh, we're going to go. Oops. Okay, we're gonna go get the other container. Upper tank. And I'm gonna just chill here for a little bit, and we're gonna do a little bit on the client end. We're gonna see if I can figure that out. And then maybe I'll start just some basic experiments on Puffer 4. I got all day tomorrow for Puffer 4, but holy tired. That's what happens when you do 2-hour exercise. Put something on in the background here. I'll answer whatever questions. Other than that, I'm just going to chill and do some client dev. Which happens to be open source, so it's a stream. Let's go look at... This is the compute market sim. Hey Joseph, why does it seem like ML researchers are bullish on RL versus... So they're not. Actually, I'd say it's the opposite, where pretty much 0 people are doing RL right now, like real RL. The language model shit does not count. That is stupid baby mode RL for babies. Um, to give you an idea of the difference, they are training near 1 trillion parameter models with tiny amounts of data. We are training with more data than they have on their 100,000 GPUs on 1 GPU, but we are training tiny models. You know, it takes them more than a second on all their GPUs to get a forward pass. It takes us, I don't know, a few microseconds. Very, very different scales. Now, why I personally, the researchers I know of are, yeah, but it's LLMRL, right? So why I personally am super interested in RL is because it pairs incredibly well with fast simulation. Everybody's just straight up trolled on the engineering side, so we can make it 10,000 times faster than anybody's ever seen. And in fact, we have in Puffer 4. And there's essentially no other way that you're going to solve fiddly, unintuitive optimization problems. And a lot of problems out there are fiddly, unintuitive optimization problems. You will never solve them with language models. There you go. Hey, Liberty. We're just going to hang out and do some client dev on this compute marketplace simulator. I'm adding a little test to this, and we're going to fix some bugs, so I figure I stream a little client work, because I can, because this one's open source. And then if I've got any energy after that, we will do some experiments on Puffer 4. Trading M? Not quite. This is a compute marketplace. We do have stuff in finance that is not open source. This specific client decided to open source this N, which means there's no reason I can't stream it. You can go check their stuff out at Archive. Okay, so why is this recognizing... Yeah, this is recognizing revenue super weird. Is this... Let's just make sure this is not like a off by 1, off by 2. No, okay, this is not... It's very odd. Oh. Accepting job. And best response price. Still interesting stuff. Yeah. I mean, there's a market in neural MMO. Like, that end has a full market if you want to play around. Mm. How much compute do you need for neural MMO? Well, you can do decently on 15090. Our biggest runs are 64090s. Not a ton. It'll be faster in Puffer 4 as well, of course. Trying to think what I will have to look at to fix this bug. Recognizing revenue. This is so weird. Why is N2? Let's set debug. Ooh. Well, that'll screw it up. I am the seller in this. There you are. Oh, I see. It's at the bottom. Interesting. So it's not filling any orders. That would be why. Oops. My term just froze. Internet. Scripted buy price? No, we need scripted sell price. No, scripted. Damn it. Why is it not making any trades? Holy. Well, that's not the right price. Definitely screwed something here. Well, there's a request price, actually. That's weird. That's very weird. West. Oh, wait, this is from the buyer. Sleepy. Tired. Let's go. Get. West price is 0. Ah, I see. I see. I'm dumb. Okay, there are some reasonable requests. Let's see why the response sucks. Oof. RL and MATLAB. Yeah. Yeah, that's like way easier to just chuck us a contract at that point. We're pretty reasonable. Basically, will cost you less than somebody's salary to get a pretty solid prototype. Less than half of a decent person's salary, even. That'll go up as Puffer gets bigger, though. To figure out what the hell's wrong with this. Hmm. request price. Very reasonable request price, yes. We can accept the request for 105 nodes. Is a valid buyer. Nice, small. 1. Nice. Okay. Okay. Recognizing a bunch of revenue, right? Does that look reasonable? Yeah. I'm quite confused then. This actually seems fine to me. Ooh. Oh, okay, look. Recognizing revenue, right? That's like a good amount of revenue, and then it got one more here. Nice. Okay. So now here we have the revenue recognition problem. Because I kind of messed with how we recognize revenue. I gotta figure this out. I think I can solve this problem today, right? Let me, I gotta think about this for a second, though. Hey. Carmack. He's got the Keen shirt. So the issue, let me explain the problem here. Right now we have the agents recognizing the sale of the compute as soon as it is sold. So like, if you have a job that's going to be 100 days or whatever, 100 hours, we recognize all the revenue as soon as you make that sale. That makes it pretty difficult to come up with a reasonable estimate. I just have to think about it a little bit, though. It shouldn't be hard. Let me just figure out how I want to do this. Brain is not braining. You want to optimize, so the agent should be incentivized to always make the sales. How's reserve pricing work? Do you pay over time or do you pay it up front? Does it matter for our case? Let's say that you pay up front. I should probably just at the end, I should subtract outstanding jobs, right? It's kind of annoying to do it that way. But let's see if I can do it. So, because what do we do here? This is a bad estimate. Yes, it is. Seller expense. Let's take this out. And we'll put seller expense into ooh. Wait, I literally already have it here. What the hell am I doing then? Revenue is recognized up front. We just do update jobs, right? So I was double counting energy expense. Gross. This bad. Don't do that. Continue. So if the agent is heuristic, we continue. Let's just do cancel what is this? Can I not just do this up front? Wait, I can do this up front and not screw myself. Yeah, that's totally what I should do. So buyer revenue. Buyer expense. So what I basically what I need to do is there's one estimate for the reward, and then there's one estimate that discounts the actual episode length. Okay, so then we have quest duration. Float duration. Equals. So then what we do is if float blank this full used for reward, flipped duration used logs rises against agent from ping terminal bounds. Does it? Ooh, does that actually prevent it? No, it doesn't. I'm screwing myself, aren't I? Buyer revenue. Flipped duration. And then this is going to be times duration. Yeah? Response price. And job revenue. Flipped duration. Okay. This is times duration. Good? I think that's good. Oops, a seller expense. Where's seller expense? Oh, yes, there's no seller expense. Okay, is this close to what we expect? Energy expense. Well, this is not getting logged fully correctly, but that's actually decently close to what we expect. Use the restroom real quick and then we will continue. So first of all, sellers have it's kind of weird how I have it, isn't it? With this like job expense, energy expense. And so I should have renamed job expense. That's right. Oops. That's job. Then that's job. Revenue. Profit. Good. Good. Now we can try to load some more reasonable settings in. So we'll do job nodes. It's gonna be 10. Oh, way less revenue. This is so much less. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense to me at all. Okay. Let me just, real quick. How about we just do 4? $6.14, right? Way less profit. Way less profit. So I must be calculating this wrong, right? Let's see how it would make that big of a difference. Allocated within 10 ticks. Reasonable price. Yeah, so I'm calculating this wrong. Important. deck, single 5090s. If I had to guess, it would be right here, right? In the this revenue recognition. Clipped duration. Is this logic correct? What was about the tick? Are we advancing the tick correctly? Like it. Let me go check one thing. You okay? In Ocean on the repo? Yes, everything on Ocean is on the repo. Play with it some. Learn to set it up for hardware. Yeah. So everything that's on the website on Ocean is in the repo. This here is a client project, which is open source, but not in Ocean. It's not on the website. Just put the revenue recognition print back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2. Hello? That doesn't seem correct to me. Seller spec. Hmm. Hmm. Odd. SpaceX acquired XAI. Did that go through? Was it XAI acquiring... Is it XAI acquiring SpaceX or SpaceX acquiring XAI? Or interesting. Muy interesante. $5.94. West. I bet you it's the terabytes. Yeah, I bet you it's the TB usage. Yep, it's the TB capacity. Heh. Quest. TB. Drop TB usage. It's gonna be 1 terabyte. Okay. And then TB capacity is going to be 200. Oops. That'll be very nice. Yep, so it's just job duration, dr, duration, job duration, dr, 0, job nodes, dr. Yes. Job nodes, dr. Nice. And then if I literally just put this to job nodes, it's going to be all 200. And you get the expected outcome here of having one request. Hello AF, welcome. And then let's say that you have, if instead you just have one request coming in, you make 1800. Just nice. Okay. Now, what do I do about this? There's not much to learn here. It's a sanity check for sure. I mean, we should probably sanity check it. Is the 80% and 65K or reaching 131? I don't know. I think 131 is actually the theoretical max, though, right? Like, you're out of tiles to even merge all the stuff you need to merge, right? Not raising. This silly guy. This bastard. I don't trust Altman as far as I can throw him. He's a pathological liar. I think Altman's lying and knows it. Dario is sincere but nuts. Elon's doing what he can. He's just kind of goofy and doesn't really know the space. And Demis is an actual genius. So, funny enough, it ends up DeepMind top of list now. How far could you throw Sam Altman? I don't know. We could go test like a 100-pound sandbag or something. Andrew Ng interview is most on the spot. I haven't seen that. I spent a little bit of time in his lab, fun fact. I didn't talk to him once, though. I talked to his PhD students. I missed the one lunch that he went actually to see his like undergrad researchers. I missed that one lunch because I'd been up coding on the research project I was on until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I just like crashed, and he sent the invite that morning. Like, oh, oops, whatever. Come on, let's get this config and let's be done. Visiting Stanford next week. Yeah, he's busy. So I wouldn't bet on it. I'm trying to think who's there that I know who's cool. I don't think I really know anybody. I know a couple people at Stanford. Oh. PhD, know a few there. Stanford is nice. I still think it's the best place to do undergrad. I mean, the difference is like, at least it's nice there. And yeah, a lot of there are a lot of just really stupid people. But then you can go to MIT and like the smart people don't leave their room anyways and are completely autistic and cannot speak in complete sentences or maintain eye contact. So I guess there's also Caltech. Caltech is pretty freaking cool. Being on. Yeah, that's just bullshit hit piece, dude. Yeah, that's bullshit hit piece. How can people be bad communicators and still be smart? A lot of people at MIT, you put a math problem 2 inches in front of their nose that nobody else can solve, they will solve it. You ask them to present anything or speak in complete sentences or even think about something like higher level as to the position of their work and like whether they're solving the right problem or not. Eh. How so? Because Jake, the vast majority of those accommodations are just like time on tests. And if you're writing tests, if you're like overly constraining the time on tests anyways, like your course is bullshit. It's like actually not significant at all. Yeah, they call it that. I don't know. I've gone through that whole thing, Jake. That whole like that. There are a bunch of dumb things with Stanford. That ain't one of them. Got any MIT people working with you on Puffer? One lab I did a couple things with. Our biggest collab right now is NYU with the drive env. Yeah, because Jake, that's literally all it is. It's not like they give you easier questions or anything, right? And the requirement for that is also it's basically just that you demonstrate that you do better on standardized tests if you're given more time. So it's like it's kind of no big deal. Like I technically had one of those as well, for undergrad, and I had one for grad school, but I stopped using it because people in grad school they stopped writing stupid tests. At some point. It's basically past the intro classes. The professors get smarter and they stop like trying to cram way too many questions into 2 hours. It's very difficult because the universities, they can only figure out how, like, to test if you can, like, do X easy thing in short Y amount of time. The thing that actually matters in the real world is, like, can you not waste 6 months solving the wrong problem or using the completely wrong approach on the right problem, right? Which I've always been very good at. Mm-hmm. It depends. Some of the upper div, like the grad courses, there are professors who will write an exam that has between 2 and 4 questions for 4 hours. I remember there was one professor I had, I think it was like a 6 question exam or an 8 question exam. You had 24 hours and it was expected to take you the full 24 hours. Like, get a bunch of sleep because you're going to be doing this for the next day straight. Exam at MIT, now Stanford. Like, the thing is, Stanford does have a couple very good professors that just teach hard ass courses. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm like spacing out. I gotta solve this before dinner. Train and let's just do it like this. Just do stay. Job TB usage. TB. What? Ew. That's not good. Okay. Okay, so there is a problem with the reporting here. 24. Ah, come on. What am I screwing up here? Let's go double check if I have like... No, episode length of 100 is correct as well. It's action is 0 and 4, right? Is what it's supposed to be. Yes. We have the episode length. Am I doing anything else stupid? Don't think so. First tick on the first reset. No. I'll just double check this. I don't think it's this. I would highly doubt that, Delia. One of the Dota team guys also retweeted that saying that it's like, yeah, it could be, but it's probably just that Ilya was pissed off he wasn't getting enough GPUs for his research. Oh, you moron. You absolute burger. Burger, burger, burger. Alright, if we're not being a burger, there we go. Yay. Not being a burger. And then if we want to do reward scale, we'll do negative. Let's see, this should not work. Perfect. It optimizes not making money. All right, good. I'm pleased with this test. Is that a real company problem? Can be. In OpenAI's case, absolutely. I mean, I think arguably the person in the world who is most responsible for RL not having gotten to where it should have been is Sam Altman. Um, I don't know officially what the discussion was around Dota and why that research didn't continue. But ultimately, the responsibility for like continuing or discontinuing projects would be on him. And OpenAI would have absolutely shredded RL if they just continued on with the Dota line of work with that team. And instead, they rolled everything up into LLM's research, and they basically doomed the field. Like, DeepMind tried a couple of things, but then after that, after 2019, that's pretty much what doomed RL for the next, like, 6 years. Like, I honestly believe if I weren't doing this with Puffer, it just wouldn't get done. Like, maybe in a decade we rediscover RL again and we've wasted a decade and now nobody even remembers the things that matter. Like, huge, huge amount of setback. Robotics research, yeah, same thing. They also doomed the robotics research, right? So arguably, I think it's like squarely Altman, like the full consolidation, all in on LLMs. That did so much damage to AI. I think we're gonna ultimately look back thinking that they did that single thing did more damage to AI as a whole than advancing language modeling by a couple of years did. I think it would have been a different story if OpenAI had discovered transformers, but they didn't. I have nothing bad to say about Radford though. Radford's awesome. Nobody has anything bad to say about Radford ever. Radford is awesome. Whoop. Ilya, man, I didn't get to spend enough time with Ilya, but like he is the only person I think I've ever met who I actually just envy the way he is able to think and communicate. I mean, he really, more than anybody, has the ability to just slow down and make things clear and make himself heard and understood with no bluster and no bullshit. I mean, he has the research to back it, obviously, too. I wouldn't just go based on that. I don't know. He has a very rare gift. Okay, that's nice. We can commit this. Okay. Let me message this guy real quick. Very intelligent people. Yeah, OpenAI was very cool. Honestly, Turtle, I am not a genius by any means whatsoever. I'm really not. I have a couple things I'm very good at that give me that I'm very good at like positioning stuff and finding angles that people have not thought about and then seeing stuff very clearly in that way. That's pretty much what Puffer is. Like if you put me in front of any like common fixed problem, I mean I'll do okay on a lot of stuff, but nothing remotely impressive. It doesn't matter though ultimately. What matters is if you can actually like the true test ultimately is whether or not you can make something that moves the needle, improves the world. Anyways, I gotta run for dinner. Um, so I streamed delivery of one milestone, or not milestone, one update, let's say. This is not a full milestone's worth of work. This is like one small chunk of it. Uh, no crypto crap. 24. Screw that. Uh, I think we're gonna see how I feel after dinner. If I have energy, I might stream a little bit of work on Puffer. If not, I'm just gonna chill, and then tomorrow is all day stream on Puffer Dev. Same amount of environment and work most people. Unfortunately, not Calamaria. There's a certain amount that is innate. I know if like I not too many of them. I know a handful of people who worked really hard and just don't have what it takes mentally. Um, Now I will say that you don't have to be a total genius. You don't have to be a total genius. What do I do for chillin'? Just gonna play some RuneScape, likely. I've been enjoying that game lately. But yeah, I gotta go. We'll see if I'm back later. I'll be on all day tomorrow. We're gonna probably crank some experiments on Puffer 4. We're gonna clean some stuff up. I'm gonna get more things working. It'll be good. All right. I've got yeah, I've got dinner. See you all around. Start PufferLib on GitHub, please. It helps me out a lot.